All right, so I'm always going to start my programs with my comments. I don't know how to spell my name. Date is May 6th. This will allow user to guess a random number between 1 and 10. Stats will be kept. All right, so we know that we're going to generate a random number. So in order to do that, I need to import the random library. So I'm going to say import random. And the number, we're going to generate this random number. So I'm going to access from the random library. I'm going to access the random integer function, which is called randint. And I want to choose a number between 1 and 10. So I've generated my number. I'm going to have num guesses. And that's going to be keep track of the number of times that the user guessed. So magic number, write a number that generates a number between 1 and 10. Done. Have the user guess at the number. Display appropriate messages as the user guesses. Keep track of and display the following information when the user either quits or guesses correctly. So I need to know what the number is. That's going to be num, the magic number. Did the user win or quit? That will be, we'll be able to figure that out based upon how they exit. And then the total number of guesses will be the number of guesses here. So we don't know how many times they're going to guess. So this is not a counted loop. It's going to be a while loop. So I might just go with a while true. So this is going to keep going forever. And before that, I might just say that I've guessed a number between 1 and 10. So print, I have chosen a number between 1 and 10. Can you guess it? So first thing I need to do is I need to get their guess. So guess will be a variable we're going to store the number. And given that they're guessing a random integer, we want it to be an integer value. And I'm going to use the input statement. Input, what is your guess? So now that they've made a guess, I instantly know that the number of guesses has increased. Num guess is equal to num guess plus 1. So it was 0. First time they guess, they're going to have guessed 1 guess. And now I'm going to do a check. If the guess that they made is equal to the number, when I do an if statement, I need a double equals comparison. Then I'm going to say print great, you guessed it. It took you and now I'm going to say the number of guesses. It took you, that might be 1 guess or guesses to win. So I'm just going to try to run this and see if, and then once I've won, then I'm going to break out of my loop. Program ended. So I'm going to try running this and see. So I'm just going to go 1 through 10. So great, you guessed it. Great, you guessed it. It took you 3 guesses to win. So given that I just I feel like clearly we know what the magic number is in this case because they guessed 3. Here, I'll just say that. Great, you guessed it. The number is, and I'll say the word that they guessed, not a period at the end. Great, you guessed it. The number is that. I've said that they've won, so did the user winner quit, and I told you how many guesses it took. If they didn't guess correct, else, so if they guessed correctly, all that happens. Otherwise, I'll ask again equal to input, play again, Y or N. What happened there? Oops. If again is equal to Y, I'm going to just say pass, which means do nothing. So it'll do nothing, and then it'll finish being in the else loop. So if the guess was true, it does all that. Otherwise, if the guess wasn't true, it's going to ask whether I want to play again. If I say yes, really what I want to happen is I want it to come back up here. So if again is equal to yes, it's not going to do anything except exit this loop, except exit the if conditional statement. Else, if I don't want to play again, I'm going to say, I got to let the user know what the magic number was and how many guesses they took. Else, print magic number was, and I'll write down what the number was, which is called num. The magic number was num. And you made number of guesses. Guesses. Because it could be one guess. Okay, so after it's printed that, I've said the total guesses. Did the user, maybe I'll start beginning printing news. And now that I've finished my program, that I've lost the game, I want to break out of my while true loop to have my program run. So let's test this. Syntax error on the guess. Great, you guessed it, the number is, you need a comma between my variable and the next string. Let's try running that. Oh, I always do that. Double equals comparison. Okay, So what is your guess? I'll say guess is 1. Oh, so I should say play again. I'll say I should say incorrect. Print. Incorrect. Let the user know that they didn't guess correctly. Incorrect. Play again. If I say no, you lose. The magic number was 4 and you made 1 guess. Program ended. Try this again. What is your guess? 1. Play again. Yes. 2. Yes. 3. Yes. 4. I'm going to say no this time. Presumably it should be 4 guesses. You lose. The magic number was 9. You made 4 guesses. So it seems to be working correctly. Last thing, I'm just going to double check again, make sure that my program is not meeting. Originally I tested to see if I guessed it correctly, but I just want to make sure that that's still working. Oops. I said, what is your guess? 1. Play again. Yes. 2. Yes. 3. Yes. 4. Yes. 5. Yes. 6. Great. You guessed it. The number is 6. It took you 6 guesses to win program ending. Okay, so that's how we can solve that problem. I'm going to show you one more thing. Here, this idea of saying if again is yes, I want to play again. I really want to get all the way straight up to there. What I could be doing is this is kind of this idea of pass allows this indentation structure to work, and it's a way of working it. But really, what I really want to be doing is I want to check to see if they don't want to play again. So probably I would do this instead of using this else statement. I would say if again doesn't equal y. If again doesn't equal y, then that means they don't want to play again. And that way I don't require this because else it's just going to loop back up. If it's not equal to a y, that must mean they want to end. So that means it's going to end up breaking the program. But if it was equal to y, it finishes this if statement, and then we'll come back up to my while true statement. And we should see that the program should still run as expected. So it's still running. Yeah, so that's probably preferable. The idea of having this pass, although it works, not typically how we would program something. Okay. So remember, some of you are doing really good jobs of asking me questions. If you're having difficulties, let me know. Shoot me a Loom video or a screencast, and I can help walk you through, or you can even just submit it and I'll give you some feedback on that.